Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. Today's gist is one that has really caught fans' attention, and it's all about the behind-the-scenes clips involving Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wats. Because sometimes, what happens off-camera or in between moments can say a lot more than what is officially shown. Now, let's take this step by step, because these behind-the-scenes moments are exactly where fans feel like they are seeing something more unfiltered. When cameras are not fully focused on performance, people tend to act more naturally, and that's what makes these clips so interesting. One of the first things fans noticed in these behind-the-scenes moments is how relaxed both of them seem around each other. It doesn't feel like they are trying to maintain a certain image or impress anyone. Instead, the interactions come across as easy and comfortable, which is something people immediately pick up on. Another detail that stands out is the way conversations flow between them. In many cases, behind-the-scenes clips show people pausing, thinking, or even breaking character. But with Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wats, fans feel like the communication continues smoothly, even when they are not in a formal setting. There's also the level of attentiveness that people have been pointing out. In some of these clips, Maurice appears focused on what Pearl is saying, responding in a way that feels engaged rather than distracted. And these small moments of attention are what fans are using to build their interpretations. Another thing that people can't ignore is the natural reactions. Whether it's a quick smile, a shared look, or a simple gesture, these unscripted responses tend to feel more genuine than anything that is planned. And because they happen spontaneously, fans believe they reveal more about the actual dynamic. Let's also talk about body language, because this is something that comes up a lot in discussions. In behind-the-scenes clips, body language is usually less controlled. Fans have pointed out how they tend to stand close, turn toward each other during conversations, and maintain a level of comfort that doesn't look forced. Now, it's important to remember that body language can be interpreted in different ways. What one person sees as a sign of closeness, another person might see as normal interaction. But when these patterns repeat across multiple clips, people start to take them more seriously. Another angle fans are looking at is consistency. It's not just one behind-the-scenes moment that has people talking. It's multiple clips over time showing similar energy. And that repetition is what makes people feel like there might be something more to it. There's also the idea of how people behave when they think no one is paying attention. Behind-the-scenes moments often capture that exact situation. And fans believe that what they are seeing in those clips reflects a more genuine side of both Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wats. Another interesting point is how their personalities seem to align in these informal settings. Sometimes, when people are on camera, they adjust their behavior. But behind the scenes, their natural personalities come through more clearly. And from what fans have observed, there seems to be a strong level of compatibility in how they interact. There are also moments where their reactions to each other seem immediate and unfiltered. Instead of thinking about how to respond, they just react. And that kind of spontaneity is something people associate with genuine connection. At the same time, it's important to stay grounded. Behind-the-scenes clips are still just short glimpses. They don't show the full picture, and they can sometimes be misleading if taken out of context. So while these moments are interesting, they don't confirm anything on their own. But what makes this situation different is how much attention these clips are getting. Fans are not just watching them casually. They are analyzing, replaying, and discussing every detail. And once that level of attention is reached, even the smallest moments start to carry more weight. Another factor is how these clips compare to their more public appearances. Sometimes, people act differently when they know they are being watched closely. So when fans see a similar level of comfort both on and off camera, it strengthens the idea that the connection is consistent. There's also the role of curiosity in all of this. When people feel like they are getting a glimpse of something real, they naturally want to understand it better. And that curiosity leads to more discussion, more theories, and more attention. Some fans even believe that these behind-the-scenes clips are the most reliable way to understand what's really going on, because they feel less staged. Others disagree and say that even those moments can be influenced by the presence of cameras. Both perspectives are valid, and that's what makes this conversation so ongoing. There's no clear answer, just different interpretations. Another thing worth mentioning is how quickly these clips spread. Once one person shares a behind-the-scenes moment, it gets reposted, discussed, and analyzed across multiple platforms. And before long, it becomes part of a much larger conversation. There's also the emotional side of it. When fans see moments that feel genuine, they become more invested. They start to care more about what they're watching, and that emotional investment keeps the discussion alive. At the same time, it's important not to jump to conclusions. Just because something looks natural or genuine doesn't automatically mean there's a deeper relationship behind it. People can have strong, comfortable interactions without it being romantic. But even with that understanding, the interest doesn't fade. Because at the end of the day, people are drawn to connections that feel real, whether they are confirmed or not. Another interesting detail is how fans compare different clips over time. They look for patterns, similarities, and changes in behavior. And when those patterns seem consistent, it adds to the overall narrative that something might be going on. Still, without any direct confirmation from Maurice, Sam, or Pearl Wats, everything remains open to interpretation. But one thing is clear. These behind-the-scenes clips have added a new layer to how people view their connection. They've given fans more material to analyze and more reasons to stay interested. And as more of these moments continue to surface, the conversation is only going to grow. So now it comes down to you. After seeing and hearing about these behind-the-scenes clips, what do you think they really reveal about Maurice, Sam, and Pearl Wats? Do you think they show something deeper? Or do you think fans are simply reading too much into normal interactions? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more trending gist and updates like this. And before we wrap up, let's go even deeper into why behind-the-scenes content has such a strong impact on how people perceive connections like this. One reason is that it feels more authentic. When people believe they are seeing something unfiltered, they trust it more. That sense of authenticity makes every moment feel more meaningful. Another reason is contrast. When you compare polished, public appearances to casual, behind-the-scenes moments, the differences can make the informal interactions stand out even more. There's also repetition. The more times fans see similar behavior in different clips, the more convinced they become that it reflects something real. Finally, there's imagination. When people don't have full information, they naturally fill in the gaps with their own interpretations. And that's exactly what keeps these discussions going. So as more clips continue to surface, fans will keep watching, analyzing, and trying to understand what these moments really mean.